Hey guys, so we're going to do EYK 14-5 this week. Now first of all, I just want to mention that we're not doing -1, we're doing -5. So make sure you don't miss that. Second, you need to get the information from the course. There's some information here in these instructions, so download that. You need the new annual report for 2019, so you need this information, so download this PDF file. And then there's a template in Excel that you need. So download those three things. We're going to look at those individually. Notice that on the rubric that we have, that 35 points go to the analysis, but there's 10 going to the written part. So we're going to talk about that in a second. That's significant. All right, so looking at the problem, notice that first of all, we're doing General Mills for 2019, so you need to add 2 years. And when they give you information here like 2015, that's what they provided us with the additional instructions document for. So if we switch over to that, notice that they give us the information from 2 years ago on this document. Since we need this information to do the problem, they don't have the updated information in the problem itself. They provided this additional document for us. So with this document and with the PDF file, we can do the analysis. So here's the additional information, and here's the PDF document. This document has the balance sheet income statement information that you need to do the analysis. Along with the instruction sheet that was given you, you can do the problem. So looking at this information, you need to do all these ratios. So these are the ratios that you need to do. And then at the end, you do a brief analysis that's written. Let's look at the template. Okay, here's the template. So each of these ratios need to be done for 2019 and 2018 using the PDF file for General Mills for 2019 as well as the additional instructions that you were given. You should be able to do everything. Now this is where you put the formula for each of these ratios, the general formula. For example, current assets divided by current liabilities. You would write that in. Then you need to put this information in. Now if you put the actual numbers in, you need to use Excel formulas to show how you got it, and if not, I would suggest that on the side here you write that in. I know there's no designated column, but I need to see your work, especially if you want to be given partial credit. Now when you scroll down, this is where you do the written part. Now first of all, note that the written part is to be your own work. Let's talk plagiarism. So make sure you do your own work. If you use solutions that you find somewhere or somebody else's work, or if you find information on the internet and you use that as your own work, the plagiarism checker will probably find it. Or if I read yours and it sounds a lot like somebody else's, then plagiarism is reported to the dean. Neither one of us want to have to do that. So make sure it's your own work. Also, when you're doing the analysis, make sure you put paragraphs here. So start with an introduction and have a conclusion. In the middle, you need to organize the information that you got here. So there's a lot of ratios. The book talks about how we can group these ratios into profitability, solvency, and liquidity ratios. So that's a good idea. You could maybe take some of these ratios that help you learn about the profitability of the company, group those together, and explain what profitability is, what the ratios tell you, and then what the results were. In other words, don't just put numbers down. You need to put some kind of perspective. So don't just say the quick ratio is this and that's good. Explain what the quick ratio is. What does it tell you and how does it help you? You don't necessarily have to talk about every ratio, but you could definitely use some that you think are significant to help you understand the company. And again, try grouping them together. A good way to group them is, again, using liquidity, profitability, and solvency, because that kind of helps you understand different aspects of the company. Make sure everything is written correctly. If you decide you want instead to use a document like a Word doc, that's fine. If you don't want to use the text box here, I don't blame you, to be honest. So I think that should get you through 14-5. Good luck.